Donald Trump wasn't the president last year. He's the president now. And today he's getting the border to stop the flow of people and drugs, illegal immigration, stem the tide. That is the whole point of this exercise. And I understand you're the minister of propaganda tonight, but you don't have to be. You could just say, hey, all's well that ends well here.
Our boy, Scott Jennings, absolutely crushed it right now on CNN. I'm going to play you a small clip of earlier today when he was on another panel dropping these same facts. Now 3 or 4 hours later, turns out he's completely right, and they're still debating him on this. Let's get to the first clip.
The name of the game here is behavior modification. He wants Canada and Mexico to help stem the flow of drugs and people across the border. That's number one. He doesn't think they're doing enough. He's using these tariffs as a tool to say, look, I'm not fooling around. We mean business. Until you help me, I'm going to inflict some pain upon you. The American economy is bigger than yours. You depend on us more than we depend on you. Therefore, please modify your behavior. And I'm sure conversations are going on with both countries about what it would look like to secure their borders and to stop the flow of people and drugs across the border. And if Donald Trump could tell us that that was happening, I think that would be a great outcome. Regarding other countries and regarding our position vis-a-vis other countries, Karen, I want to directly address that. You have to give Trump a little credit so far. He has had some success with this behavior modification strategy so far. It worked on Colombia. And if you look at the news reports from the weekend, it might be working on Panama, as they have started to move away from China a little bit over this issue of who actually controls the Panama Canal. So one of the larger macro issues here to me is Donald Trump on a mission to show dominance in the hemisphere, dominance in the region, and to try to get other people to bend to our will? Colombia and Panama, I believe, have. If Mexico and Canada bend on helping us stop the flow of people and drugs, that would be another victory. And John, yes, if the tariffs went away, everyone would be happy. We'd have less immigration, less drugs, and lower prices, and that'd be a great day for everybody.
These people should really read Trump's book and follow his history. These are negotiation tactics. Now, we're going to get to the main clip that I want to play for you guys, but these Democrats don't get it. Trump doesn't want to have a 25 to 30% tariff on Canada because most of the northern states get their goods from there. This is all negotiations to get what he wants out of the deal. This is F around and find out. You F'd around for too long, and now you're finding out you're going to have to comply, or we're going to do this. And obviously, he knows that they're going to comply. Let's get to the main clip. Let's go.
Catherine Rampell, I want to start with you. According to the White House press secretary, quote, Canada is bending the knee just like Mexico. Is that what's happening here?
This is hilarious to me because Trump got rolled by both of these countries, and no one, least of all Trump, seems to have realized it. Both the leaders of Mexico and Canada have agreed to do what they have already been doing. It's just that Trump didn't seem to know about it. Like, for example, the president of Mexico said that she would commit to having 10,000 troops at the U.S.-Mexico border. Guess what? There are already 15,000 people there, troops, military troops from Mexico there, and have been there for years. Trump didn't seem to notice this. Same deal with Canada. Prime Minister Trudeau said, aha, we're going to spend $1.3 billion on investing in border security. Guess what? They announced that $1.3 billion last year. Oh, but they're also going to have a fentanyl czar, and they're going to have 24/7 eyes on the border. You know, this is about saving face, I guess. I don't know if nobody informed Trump that there are no actual concessions here, but that will, of course, not stop him from claiming victory.
We have certainly seen the claim of victory. Scott Jennings, I'm not going to act like Republicans are still a party of free trade that they had been in kind of iterations past. There's obviously been a transformation and a willingness to at least somewhat embrace what President Trump has made so clear as a focal point of his really entire agenda. But there are some Republicans that have raised some concerns about it, including this one. Take a listen.
What about tariffs against our allies?
It will drive the cost of everything up. In other words, it'll be paid for by American consumers. I mean, why would you want to get in a fight with your allies over this?
You know that guy somewhat well, Scott, former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, your former boss as well. Is he wrong here?
Well, I think that question was posed on 60 Minutes last night. Let's fast forward to what's happening right now. There are no tariffs. There's a pause on this because, as has been reported by CNN and every other news outlet, both Mexico and Canada have reached agreements today with Donald Trump to do what we want them to do, which is to put people and technology and resources at the border to stop the flow of people and drugs, illegal immigration, stem the tide. That is the whole point of this exercise. And that is apparently what is happening. And yes, there have been some troops there in Mexico. This is an agreement to do permanent deployment. And yes, some of this stuff in Canada was already announced, but now they were dragging their feet. Now their feet are held to the fire. They've got 30 days to really implement, and they can't pussyfoot around anymore. So the point of this exercise today, to me, had less to do with trade and more to do with saying to our neighbors, you need to be better neighbors. We are more important to your economy than you are to ours, so you need to help us with our serious problem, which is illegal immigration and people dying from fentanyl. And they both said yes today, and that is a win for Donald Trump.
You know, Ashley, to kind of Scott's point in terms of claiming the victory, making clear publicly across every different platform White House officials have a voice in, and the president himself, it's what we're going to see. We've seen it before. It's a playbook, but it's a playbook that's been effective in terms of how the public receives it. What are Democrats doing in this moment?
Guys, if you don't mind, sort of stop it here, just smashing that thumbs up button for your boy. That goes a long way to help me out. And also, if you're not yet subscribed and this is not your first time here, hopefully this could be the video which I can earn your subscription. Let's get back to it.
Well, I mean, I think I would challenge your point about it being effective. I mean, what we're seeing right now is Donald Trump is actually using Americans' pocketbooks as a negotiating weapon in his trade wars, and it's wreaking havoc on the economy as we actually speak. I mean, the markets fell here and abroad, globally. You've had a situation where investors are pulling their stocks from companies that they think are going to be hardest hit by tariffs. You've got U.S. industry base from home builders to manufacturing as well as retailers saying that, you know, the prices are going to spike and the American people are going to pay a price. So this isn't over, you know, and the reality is this is just a betrayal of what Donald Trump promised the American people, and that was that he was going to lower prices on day one. So Trump's trade wars are not over, and they're not, and the effect of them could be felt, and they're going to be felt by the American public in their pocketbooks.
Catherine, to Ashley's point, quantify what the actual impact is here for people saying, look, the market bounced back, no tariffs were put into place, Trump got what he wanted, all's well, we'll do this again in 30 days. Is that kind of the reality from an economic perspective?
I mean, I don't know what Trump wanted in this situation. Again, he didn't actually get anything. But if he were to put these tariffs in place, they would be very painful for American consumers. Okay, Scott. I mean, this is
a total lie.
This is public information.
He got what he wanted. He got an agreement from our neighbors to do more on the border. That's what he wanted, and he got it.
Exactly what they have already been doing.
I understand you're the minister of propaganda tonight, but you don't have to be. You could just say, "Hey, all's well that ends well." Here, come on.
If you don't know that these countries are committing to do exactly what they have already been doing, either you haven't done your homework or you think the American people are idiots. Because again, they're doing
option three. Donald Trump is enforcing what needs to be done at the border, which is more help from our friends. They are our allies and they are important people, but they need to help us, and they've not been helping us, and now they're going to help us even more.
They have been.
But the point is that it's also
ask every family with a fentanyl death how much they've been helping.
Scott, can I just ask you?
Well, they have done nothing more.
Scott, can I ask you though? Like, this playbook is like he's got one play. On some level. At some point, the market's going to stop taking this serious, I presume. I think part of the freak out this morning was everybody didn't really take it totally seriously, given the scale of things. Is there ever going to come a point where he's going to actually do what he says on tariffs?
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's dependent upon them. I mean, look, the reality is they have to do more, and we are more important to them than they are to us. We are a bigger economy. We are just a bigger player, and we have lots of equities at stake here beyond the economy, beyond trade. We have people all over this country dying, including in my home state of Kentucky, from fentanyl overdoses. It is a scourge. It is a disaster, and it needs to be dealt with. The illegal immigration crisis is what propelled Trump back to the White House in the first place.
The funding. Whoa.
Just real quick, Catherine.
If you're suggesting this is about reducing fentanyl deaths, which I agree is 100% a very important, critical national issue, why did Trump kill the funding last year that would have put in place better technology at our border to detect fentanyl? Trump
Donald
killed
Trump wasn't
that
the president. Donald Trump
bipartisan
wasn't the
bill.
president last year. He's the
All right.
president now.
He
And
We got
today
a-
is
we got a-
getting a victory.
we got a lot-
all of the Republicans to kill it.
We got a lot
That
more
is
to
what
get
happened.
to. Guys, thank you very much.
Dems
Love the
are
debate.
upset.
Scott?
Dems are upset.
We're coming back. Relax.
All right.
Just because you're a hack
We'll be
doesn't
back in
mean
a
I am,
minute.
dude.
Man, with everything Trump's done in 14 days, you'd think the guy was president for years. Trump ran on all these things. He ran on a better economy, and he ran on fixing the border issue. At the end of the day, every American, this is going to be the important issues. This is why he won in 2016. If Obama's economy would have been so great, Hillary would have won. He won on the same thing, securing the border, bringing jobs back to America, and giving Americans more money in their pocket. This achieves those two things at once. He gets Canada and Mexico to secure their borders. He doesn't want Canada to pay a 25-30% tariff on goods. The northern states get their stuff from there. This is negotiations 101. This is the art of the deal. Will they pay a small tariff on stuff? Probably. It won't be 25%. This is a way for him to get what he wants. This is a way for him to get gay Trudeau to comply. He doesn't like Trudeau. Nobody likes Trudeau. Trudeau's going to be out soon. He's not going to make it through the next election. I'm pretty sure that when it comes to Canada, Pierre Poilievre and Trump should be able to be good working partners. But that is what you want. You want good trade partners. You want a safe border. You don't want fentanyl coming into the country. You'll hear these Democrats or the leftists, how much fentanyl really comes in from Canada? It doesn't matter. If it's coming in, it has to stop. Fentanyl's killing almost 200,000 Americans in a year. In 2024, it's a problem. It was 50,000 just a few years ago, which is still a big problem, but that is a big jump in 2 years. Problems have to be fixed. Safety for your people, fix the border, fix the economy. Americans voted for this. This is what they wanted, and he is getting stuff done. Clearing out the deep state, clearing out USAID, fixing the border, getting Canada and Mexico to comply, the Panama Canal issue, putting tariffs on China. This is all good stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button for your boy. Consider subscribing to the channel. Help it grow. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.